All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all if in the praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, HaKodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders that are bishop across the forms of the earth that push their teaching the truth and salutations to the hopeful elect, scattered across the forms of the earth. My name is Armand, commit back to you through the spirit of power, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, with another lesson exhortation. And Lord's words quick and edifying, straight to the point. And Lord's word, your brothers and sisters at the household of faith be edified, man. All right, and you see the title, "Thee shall hate the whore, right, and make her desolate, and shall make her desolate and naked." No, Salaki. Thee shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked. Okay, and this stemming from what Trump has, spoken on, you know, at this little speech that he gave, wherever this was at, little summit or whatever. Right, I got the clip right here. You can see it. So, but yeah, man, what he said in this clip is it's all nothing but prophetic. It's all nothing but prophetic, man. Okay, these are ultimately just more moves and more signs of this kingdom falling. Okay, so let me just go ahead and just play, not make this long winded. I want to go ahead and get straight to the point in this one, man. All right, here you go.
Not sticking together. I think that NATO made a terrible mistake when they wouldn't send a small amount of military armament, when they wouldn't send just even acknowledge what we were doing for the world and taking on Iran. I never considered it very risky, but war is always risk. A lot of strange things happen in war that are very bad, but I didn't consider it. I know how great we're the greatest military by far. Anywhere there was nobody close. I didn't think there was a big risk, but there's always surprises with war. They can be very bad surprises. I mean, wars are lost. It should be won. Many wars are lost. You think a country's going to wipe somebody out, and they end up getting wiped out themselves. So it's always risky. But I think a tremendous mistake was when NATO just wasn't there. They just weren't there. It's going to make a lot of money for the United States because we spend hundreds of billions of dollars a year on NATO, hundreds of protecting them. And we would have always been there for them. But now, based on their actions, I guess we don't have to be, do we? Mr. President. That sounds like a breaking story, yes, sir. Is that breaking news?
And did this man go on to say, does that sound like breaking news? Well, ultimately, yes, that's definitely breaking news. It ought to be breaking news, you know. But it's more than breaking news. It's prophecy, because you leaving NATO is really prophetic. You do understand that that's gonna be your downfall. That's really gonna be your downfall. You know, first of all, your economy is already going to shit. People not be able to fucking keep their jobs out because AI robots is taking over, right? And then on top of that, fucking their bills is piling up. You know, you got people here struggling day after day to just trying to make a fucking living. But now here it is, you cutting more ties with, what I'm saying, countries that you've been had ties with, shit, country that you even came from, right? These countries basically birthed your ass, and here it is, all because they wasn't there, or because there wasn't mommy and daddy wasn't there for you. You know, is that what it is? It's crazy as fuck. But all seriousness though, this man is taking this place down, down. Okay, as the Lord. Matter of fact, let me get the scripture. Let's see. Come on, man. Come on. This is the book of Luke, chapter 10, and straight to the point, verse 18. And he said unto me, these are words of Yahushua. And he said unto me, so like and he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. Right? Behold, I give unto you power. Let me read that again. Salaki. And Luke 10 and verse 18. And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. Behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions, and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. We coming closer to Jacob's trouble, man. You know, on top of all this that's happening, this man is leaving NATO. He's leaving NATO. You know, on top of all of the countries, what I'm saying, like they've been doing trade with, business and all that, making money. He's finna cut all that, all because NATO won't entertain their bullshit. And that's what's going on over there in the Middle East, quote unquote. To them is bullshit. Cause it they have nothing to do with this. You know? Yeah, they had some involvements and things of that nature, saying back then in the Iraq war, right? But yet now they feel like it's no use to even doing that. It's no use. It's pointless. Worthless lives being sent over there in the battlefield just because for many years they've been saying that they have nuclear programs. You don't really have proof of that. And if they do, motherfucker, you got nuclear program. You got nuclear programs. You allowed them to have you allowed certain every nation to have fucking nuclear programs. I forgot which recently which one. Matter of fact, let me look it up. Uh, let's see. I believe that's it right here, if I'm not mistaken. This is BBC News. BBC News, and this article came out July 23rd, July 23rd, 2026. And this the heading of it. It says Saudis must recognize Israel for a nuclear deal, says Trump. The deal between the US and Saudi Arabia to help the Gulf Kingdom develop nuclear energy is dependent on Riyadh recognizing the state of Israel, President Donald Trump has said. The silver nuclear deal, there will be no enrichment of material which pertains only to non-military use will be approved, but is totally subject to Saudi Arabia joining the very respected and successful Abraham Accords. And Trump said on Truth Social, it was not immediately clear if the condition So like it was not immediately clear for if the condition of joining the Accords was stipulated in the text of the nuclear deal, which had not been released, or that Saudi Arabia had agreed to that condition. Saudi Arabia has not responded to Trump's remarks so far. Okay, so that's all really I'm gonna read on there. But they would have to see, you know, really, um, just to plainly say, they don't have to fucking bend the knee to Israel. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to kiss, you know what I'm saying? Pisreal, I should say, right? On small hats, right? They gonna have to kiss their ass just to even receive nuclear weapons. Now you gotta have to listen to us. You have to, uh, uh, uh you know what I'm saying, have a deal with us doing this and that, the third. Why you think they're trying so hard to take over Iran, right? That's why Trump, you know what I'm saying, his military supplies and ammo and ammunition and all that, right? That supplies running low, and he about to he's thinking Slovakia. He's thinking about using nuclear weapons, right? Because that's all they have so far, and they can't make more because they're gonna take years in making them, man. All while Iran is receiving new technology, new military technology to use against the U.S. and Israel. You know what I'm saying? All of their assets and their interests and all that, right? Iran taking all of that, reconstructing it, dissecting it, right? And making a better version of it and sending right back to Russia and say, here you go, this how you make it. They got shit tight over there so bad. The U.S. Babylon, you is fucking through, man. You just fucking through. You're just fucking through. And they continue to try to push on this whole idea of, oh, we winning the war or everything's under control, right? We got shit down pat. No, the fuck y'all don't. Y'all going to be destroyed, man. They'll say it the Lord. They'll say if Yahweh Shemal Shai, because he's orchestrating all of this into place to where the state of Israel and the United States will be bombed to shit, will be bathed with thermonuclear missiles. The only thing is, and the only difference between the state of Israel, quote unquote, well, I would say the land of Israel, right, and the land over here in America, this place not gonna be rebuilt. The land of Israel gonna be rebuilt, and guess who gonna be doing it? Esau, Edom, and the rest of the other nations, man. Esau, Edom gonna be the main one building it up. You see? So this is prophecy playing out before our very eyes, man. Okay, and it's growing deeply, deeply closer to the time of Jacob's trouble, man. All right, and some may not be paying attention, which of course the brothers out there are paying attention. They got these robots, and you got this damn fucking Centaur looking fucking robot that he can use in wildfires and all that, trying to save people. But you know damn well that shit is not for saving people, man. All these robots that can do all types of things, man. They got robots that got them carry fucking machine guns, man. What the fuck you need that for? They want to put it out there in the battlefield, right? Everything is coming beautifully together, man. Beautifully. Let's go to Obadiah real quick. Obadiah, verse. Let's see. Yeah, like I said, I'll just get straight to the point. Obadiah, verse 4, and it reads, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle. Matter of fact, verse 3. The pride of thy heart have deceived thee, thou, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? All right. And you leaving NATO, you saying that America still had the best military in the world. Well, how much more great when you put your soldiers through hell? The living conditions they living in right now is completely it's nasty, man. It's nasty. You gotta you gotta ship over there on the side of with Asia, over there in East Asia, Slovakia, and East Asia, they don't even have no food. I think the damn ship done shut down, if I'm not mistaken. You know, so how much more the morale over there is going low as fuck. They don't really believe in winning this war because of the condition they're living in and the shit that they're going through and the lies that Trump is pushing. They don't believe they're not winning this war, man. They're not winning this war. But yet Trump with his pride, he don't want to take them back. And then on top of that, still talking about pushing saying putting boots on the ground, man. You go ahead and put them boots on the ground, and you're gonna fuck up and die. You're gonna fuck up. You're gonna fuck up. You're gonna cause the people to die over there in the land, which go ahead, shit. It is what it is, right? Then you're gonna cause them to bring nuclear weapons over here to Babylon the Great. And I ain't talking about just delivering them to you. Nah, it's gonna be set off over here, man. It's gonna be set off over here. Just do it. Just go and do it already, man. Just do it already. And we're just waiting, man. All right. Let me get this, and I'm gonna end it, man. Just something quick through the spirit. Revelation 17 and verse 16, and it reads, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore," right? NATO, right there, the 10 horns, the beast. Really, NATO in the EU is the beast. These shall hate the whore and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. For the Most High have put in their hearts to fulfill His will and to agree. So, like, yeah, to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. Right? And the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth, and that's Babylon the Great, aka America, who everybody loves. Right? Not really. They really want to see this place be destroyed. Right? It's just all the world want to see America destroyed, man. Things that they're doing is escalating the war. It's not really stopping it. And then small has backing them up. Nah, America's backing the small has up. They listening to the small has. Okay. So whatever the small has say, whatever them so-called, juice bosses say Trump, then he gonna do it. He's not gonna listen to nobody else. He gonna listen to BB and BB only. And BB rabbis and all that. He gonna listen to them. Why? Because your government is giving over to a foreign power, has sold out, committed treachery, treason. I mean, it's like treason. They committed treason, man. All right, this place ought to be burnt to the ground by now. Your forefathers would have been brought this place down, right? But yet I forgot your forefathers was a part of this shit. That's all of this that's going on, right? Your forefathers orchestrated this shit, continued this thing to go on, but played, played like, oh, we was against this, with for America, we want this place to thrive. Nah, you further this place to fucking fall. You only set it up, you know what I'm saying, for the fall. All right. So this place is done for, man. Done for. Right? Just like it says in verse 16. These shall hate the whore, right? Because Trump is trying to leave NATO. And understand that, ooh, something else I forgot to mention. Israel, Pisrael, right? The small hats, you know what I'm saying? The damn ooh wee. I'm gonna shut up. Them small hats, man, they bombed and let me actually go back and look. I believe it's still there. I believe it's on the brother's page, I believe. So I could bear with me. Let me actually look it up on Google and to make sure it's a credible source. Okay. All right. So I looked up Israel attacked Turkey assets. And this is what AI overview gave me. Israel launched airstrikes under Abu al-Duhar, whoever, Abu al-Duhar air base in northwestern Syria, stating the action aimed to prevent a planned deployment of Turkish forces and send a strategic warning to Ankara. Turkey strictly condemned the strikes as a breach of sovereignty, dismissing Israel's security claims as unfounded. Now, let's see if I can find some. Oh yeah, Reuters, they definitely a good source. Reuters definitely a good source, man. Yep, Israel Israeli airstrikes hit Syrian airbase, drawing Turkish condemnation. Okay, that's from Reuters news network. All right. Oh, Al Jazeera even spoke on it. Oh shit. Hey, who boy oh boy. Matter of fact, let me ask this question. Let me ask this question. I'm curious. What will happen if Turkey gets involved in the war with Iran against US? Oh, shit. Let's see. Oh, come on, man. This thing want to move slow. Yep. I'm already on. Yep. Article 5. That means NATO all have to get ooh wee. Ooh, but do you know what about to happen? Man, let boy, we finna see how this thing be, man. Cause these news reports, you know what I'm saying, from Reuters and Al Jazeera that I read about Israel attacking Turkey assets in Syria, northwestern Syria, attacking its air bases and all that, and Turkey condemned them. Let it go further into you know, with them furthering trying to deploy, you know, saying their men, their you know, saying their military and all that. Let it go further to where Turkey actually get involved, and then Israel actually attacks them. That's an attack on NATO. That is an attack on NATO. That is an attack on NATO. Why? Because Turkey is a NATO member. Is they not? Let's go make sure. Yes, Turkey, officially referred to as Turkey, whatever how the fuck you say that, is a member of NATO. It officially joined the alliance on February the 18th, 1952. So yes, Turkey is a NATO member. And this shit goes on, and this shit continue to plays out, then definitely, it will be an all-out war. It would definitely be an all-out war. Okay? So y'all, hey, pay attention, man. Pay attention to what's going on out here, man. Let me actually read this in its entirety. Like I said, I looked up what would happen to Turkey gets involved in the war with Iran against Israel and the U.S. An AI overview says if Turkey actively joins the war alongside Iran against the U.S. and Israel, it would trigger a profound geopolitical earthquake. Ooh, beautiful. Opinions are mixed on example for regarding how NATO would manage a member state fighting Israel or the U.S. Such a conflict will collapse Western alliance, devastate Turkey's economy, and transform a regional conflict into oh my goodness, a catastrophe, basically. Transcontinental war, a world war. That's exactly what it's going to turn into, a world war. Could let that happen. Then Russia getting involved. And you already know Russia already got tension building up with NATO. When is you people gonna wake the fuck up, man? All right, and all in the midst of this, you definitely know they're gonna push the chip. You know they're gonna push the chip amongst and all this shit. Yeah, man. Yeah, this place is fucking done for. This place is fucking done. All right, most definitely, man. Oh, that's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. I don't think I don't have anything else. That's all good. So yeah, man, yeah, with that, I say shalom and a ball to Babylon, man. A ball to Babylon. All right, shalom. Stay prayed up, stay humble, and stay prosperous.